What is the state of your world? Let's look at it as the united world. This world, this united world where we're all individually appearing as singular and on this earth, is simply a chaotic mind. And this chaotic mind has decided that within itself to resolve itself. And the way it's doing that is by attacking each one of us individually in our own world and trying to stop this ridiculous thought that individually we can do it. We can do it. It's doing this by removing our individuality, and it's wakening us up individually to be revealed to this one whole again. The whole purpose of being wakened up is to be taken back to your existing state. You see, we, the mini-we's, we create the problems. We create a problem by trying to solve it. And that's a dualistic way of speaking, you see. We create the problem by trying to solve it. The problem, solving the problem. But we create the problem by trying to solve what it is. You see, God. All of this is to try and find out what God is. You see, the game of finding ourself. Collectively we are God. We are one singular field of energy. No superior, everything the same. That's the real we that I'm speaking about. The whole we. That every one of us mini-we's understand but tends to ignore. Because either it's not our time, or I don't want to lose my identity. I'd rather die, you see. Which is another thought. The truth is that we, the whole we, W-H-O-L-E, that we are one whole, W-H-O-L-E, slash H-O-L-E, and it's inseparable as this whole or all. Even space that surrounds form, which in fact most see as no value, valueless space, to our mind, our mini-we's mind's understanding is of course a kind of understanding that our minds made up through assumptions and beliefs and past and conditioned bullshit, that it is separate. It can become separate from our singular whole we to our singular mini-we, which of course then becomes me. Now there's a me and a we. You see, which one are you? Are you the me or are you the we? Sounds like a game, you see, a game console, you know, an idea for a game for all you game freaks. Are you we or me? Of course, it's just another notion or an idea, a thought. All these worlds are the same, because whatever your individual me's choose to speak, it's your own me's choice of dialogue. Well, anything that me understands is the understanding of separation. Because you can take any word. You can take any word that is spoken by a singular me, you me, or me, and it can be understood by the other me, you me, me, in correlation with the very same mind, appearing as if it's two, you know, me and we, or you and me, and you and me and you. Now this mind seems to realize it is a singular form, a singular me. But it is simply delivered and taken from the mind itself, taken from itself and conditioned itself into me. So whatever speaks in the mind, which is of course a thought, as is an idea, is really derived from itself as this fake pretending minuscule mind reflecting its true purpose of being whole. Because even if it's reflecting you as singular, this body and mind as singular, it sees this body and singular as a whole. So it's confused now, you see. So whatever we see as form or projected things that is surrounded by space comes from the same projected light source that lives within its whole, W-H-O-L-E, whole, H-O-L-E, self. The invisible whole, W, or whole, H, is what we all see. A visible wholeness that has been segmented by the individual me mind. So to fit in with, and it fits in with our mind body self. We becomes me. At the same point, the mind begins to believe that it has the permission to become. It now has the permission to actually believe that it is the body mind. I am the mind. You see, it's the mind ego me that speaks and doesn't speak about we as one. It speaks about me and you and them and sometimes we and us. And then it gets confused and it suffers from its whole life, and then it makes a separate bid to break free from itself. From its tiny, insignificant and alone state, it now feels it's drowning, it's insecure. I need to break free. There's something more than this, and this more is the whole. The invisible whole, you see? The whole, like the black hole, where you don't know what exists inside, and you're too frightened to go and look. This invisible whole, when it's segmented, separated, suffers. Simply like the car suffers when the engine has an oil leak or a flat tire, or when your body loses its shoes and it begins to rain outside and the whole body screams, oh no, what am I going to do? And the whole car screams for help, saying I can't start, I can't get to take my person to its designated place now. So everything is crying for help. Every singular form is crying for help that feels separate, that understands only separation. The understanding of the singular mind is the understanding of separation. Ego mind does not understand wholeness. So if you're listening with ego mind, you're wasting your time here. Unless you have become insignificant and alone. Then maybe it's your time. This me mind, it tries unknowingly, it doesn't know what's going to happen. It has somehow found itself separate, and it needs to find a resolution, and it's wondering why. Why am I alone? Why am I, you see? I comes in now. Me becomes I, this fake I, this singular I, one. Why am I alone? And how can I reconnect to myself? You see, that's what's happening, you see. And mind is simply reconnecting to itself in its pure whole state. Which, of course, it already is. It's just, it's like the person sitting in his own house, looking out the window. I'm lost. I can't find my home. It doesn't recognize its home because it's looking out the window. Why can't I find my home? It cannot, or refuses, I don't know why, it cannot, maybe both, to turn around and simply see, oh, this is my home. I've always been here. I've never ever been lost. That's what it is. The invisible whole, or whole, whichever spelling, or all, the invisible all is what we are seeing as a visible wholeness. You see, we are visibly whole. We are invisibly whole, looking at our visibly whole. But this whole has been segmented by this individual mind. Just to fit in with our mini body of self, and through society, slavery, individuality, competitiveness, or whatever, we break ourselves down, and then we try and put ourselves together again, like the jigsaw puzzle. At some point, the mind begins to believe that it has the permission. At some point, this mind believed, I can become this body. So it's not the mind and the body that speaks. Spirituality, like science, religion, seeking, maths, or any other form of establishing or finding answers, that is already answered, is truly a ridiculous concept. It is a ridiculous concept. We're seeking through science, spirituality, maths, and everything we do, projecting outwards to find this answer. And we'll establish that the answer is the one that is looking. The looker is the answer. But not the body-mind looker, not the eyes and the head looker, the one that simply is home, behind you, within you. Simply turn around within. Just all simply turn around within. And see the whole. Answer revealed. Answer revealed. So what is keeping you turning around? The idea, the fear, and the what if? What if? So you're going to use ideas from mind that got you into this position in the first place. And it can think its way out of this place using more ideas. This mind is the mind that fixates itself into not giving up. I'm not giving up, you see. I'm going to keep looking out the window for my home. I know it's out there somewhere. I know God is in it waiting for me. And you are God in your home. The whole God, you see. Because when you turn around, you find everyone is there. Everything is there. The invisible becomes the visible again, you see. The invisible becomes the visible. And your fear is, oh my God, I've been such a fool. But mind is frightened because it thinks it's failed you as its servant. I don't deserve it, you see. If you turn around and find out the truth, you'll make me redundant. You'll send me packing. Also, the fear is that mind will threaten you with If you lose me, what are you going to do? You know, you're the witness to mind. Mind is the slave for you. Mind is here serving you. That's just a threat, another thought, another idea. To put it simply, mind is lost. It refuses to admit it is lost, and it thinks it can think its way forward. When the answer lies and always has lain behind it, within it. Within the core of mind, within the core of body, within the core of being, the core of thought, the core of breath, the core of this universe that you are looking from. But this, again, is a separate idea, you see, from the one that speaks now. So without experiencing it, you'll never understand. Think about it scientifically. Can you really believe that one single atom can live in this universe and everything else goes? It needs molecules, it needs space, it needs oxygen, it needs all these chemicals and gases for it to survive. And the gases need other things to survive, and everything needs other things to survive, and survival goes on and on and on. But time says it's singular, one at a time, everything comes one at a time. Everything is here as the same at the same time. There is no time. You see, the moment we try and fragmentize the earth, or any form body, you know, let's investigate, let's try and find a solution to actually a problem that really doesn't exist. You know, everything is thought, the environment is going to collapse, you know, ozone layer, everything, thoughts, ideas, concepts, nothing is going to happen. Everything is perfectly okay, you see. But your mind says, no, 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 I can't. I keep looking outwards, and oh, look out there. That's not okay. You see, look at that fog. No. Turn around. You see, turn around and see it from your true projected point, your core. Turn around and see it as a whole. Don't look at the window. Look at the whole galaxy, the whole universe. Become time. Become timelessness. When we think we can still solve this by ignoring wholeness as individual bodies, exploring individual things, like solving the environment, we are separating the environment from the whole of the rest of what the earth is made of. This trying to do good is actually leading to early destruction. But that's not really a problem, isn't it? That's another idea. Because all that will happen is the whole universe will collapse. And we, the whole, we will return to our true state through this whole, H-O-L-E, where we infinitely exist and we infinitely are. But, sadly, alas, with no body or mind to see what we are anymore. We're wasting this whole experience of simply allowing things to take place and happen by trying to improve it and explore it and establish it and save things that is unsavable. A thing that is unsavable means it was already perfect. There's nothing more you can do to make this any more perfect than what it is. All of life as a whole can overcome this pathetic seeking when enough mini-minds give up, turn around, and then rejoin itself home. Look, oh my God, I'm here. And I'm still here as a body. I can look out the window again. Wow, they never promised me that one, mind. Mind says, yeah, but I was testing you, you know? I didn't want you to lose your power. I didn't want to take your power from you. You're much more powerful than me, says mind. This invisible whole, this invisible whole, this invisible all is this invisible God. This invisible mirror, this invisible stateless state that we are seeking through finding something out there as emptiness, as peace, as love, when we are already that. I am that, I am. That's the words, you see. How do we do it? Simple thought, a simple changing thought. This thought is to give up and go back, turn around, give up and stop seeking and stop destroying and stop trying and improving and trying to do good and trying to do bad, and simply turn around, go within. Go into the hara, through the invisible umbilical cord and home. Right now the invisible cord is behind you. You know, when you turn around, it's not there either. So it must be somewhere in between, you see, this in-between state. The invisible cord goes straight through you, through your hara, through your root into the earth, and right through space. And you will be home to the unknown, this unknowing to any human mind. Hence why most gurus and saints say you can't take your mind with you, you see. It's not that you can't take your mind with you, it can't go, you see. It's unable to understand what is about to be revealed. And then when you return, it's not that you return, you are now this whole, this H-O-L-E, this W-H-O-L-E, this A-O-A-L-L, this all whole. You become the mind again, you see. But you see everything as the same. And this mind sits within you, not outside of you. Everything is within you, you see. All of the projected thing out the window is mind. The home behind you is an idea, a concept, also mind. Everything is mind. Do you want mind outside of you, or do you want mind inside of you? Not in your head, but your whole source, your whole godly state that you are. So, it's up to you now. You'll get your calling. There's nothing you can do. I say don't do anything. I say stay still, keep quiet. And mind will come up, tap you on the shoulder, and simply you'll turn around and everything will be perfect. All whole again. As one. And what is beyond this? Maybe next video. But you will never not be a singular one, even in this invisible state. That's the good news, you see. Namaste Om.